I think what's very critical here, I mean, I'm talking to people who are probably aspiring, and some of them are probably musicians. One of the most important things is understand that in our industry, excuse me, we make money, and how we make money and how we use money is very critical at a stage where we're very successful. Unfortunately, history is littered with impoverished musicians who at some stage had been very successful, and today they have nothing to show for what they have. And sadly, we always find other people to blame for, that situation. I've been privileged in a way that the people that I worked with within the recording industry were, I must say, people who were willing to give advice. At the end of the day, I was surrounded by people that would say, look, when you make your royalties, ensure that you put them in the right space, so that if you stop selling music, there are still, there's still a way in which you can survive. I mean, Pearl asked if there was anything that I've lost. Fortunately, because I had made maybe strategic investments and decisions on the money, I was able to keep some money. And that's how I managed to stay longer in the industry. We must also remember that education is very critical. Education is very, very important. However, the system of education at that time did not afford or accord African people the opportunity to study economics. You either had to become a doctor or a lawyer. And when you qualify as those people, you still have those challenges of having to employ an accountant, essentially most of them who had been white and at white universities, and they were able to advise. And in a way, you'd be able to find people that are honest and sincere and advise the lawyers and the doctors how to. But in our industry, we never find such people unless you work with a record company that have people that have the executive that has your interest at heart. I was privileged to have people such as those. I mean, there was Dennis Cusan, there was Peter Gallo, I can name them. And in most cases, I would engage with them to say, listen, burnout is a hit, so what do we do, I say, put the money where your mouth is. At some stage, I had stocks on the Johannesburg Stock Exchange, and I didn't know what it was. But I had Dennis Cusan says, now, page over. And that way I was able to learn how to manage. And of course, as I was growing up and developing, I had been privileged to have a manager. It's very important that you guys find the right kind of management. What I know now, what I didn't know about money then, is important that I know today. And if I knew then what I know now about money, I probably would have been talking about being Sipho Mabuse, the billionaire, rather than,
the millionaire.
No.
Multi.
Well, I don't want to talk about being the millionaire. Let's just say that the royalties are keeping me alive.